Skies Cycle Blues in a way. Angry, pissed off, political spoken word sets have a lot of good things about them. One thing that I've found in that type of set that's missing is there's just like this seeming absence of like bike riding revenge stories. Yeah. I was, not going to do this piece in this order, but I was thinking about me driving way too fast on my bike and aggressively in a dangerous way that made me think, brought me here. This is called Green and Thick as an Egg Yolk. It's going out to Brandon and the kids who ride bikes in San Diego in North Park, and to Tom Salona, who's from Providence and here in the crowd tonight. The story has a little setup to it because it's less of a poem and more of a revenge story. And it's basically, it's true. It's creatively written, but it's all true. And the story starts off a couple springs ago. If you've never been to New England, I strongly suggest that you don't go there anytime between the second week of November and the end of April, unless it's like just for a short trip. It's bitterly and grossly cold, or can be, all the time. And if you're really committed to being on your bike and not having a car, public transportation is decent, but it's not that decent. And what it means is we do a lot of walking and biking outside in the butt, freezing cold. Sometimes it's so cold where I live that even though there's no snow on the ground, they still cancel school. Because with the wind chill, it's 7 below zero, and they're worried about little kids at the bus stop getting frostbite, or falling down and just freezing to death. That's where I live. Not always the funnest place to be a biker. So when spring comes along, you're like, every day I'll be hustling. You're like, it's time to get this on, So a couple springs ago, really pumped, riding my bike around Providence. And this day comes, and I work for myself. I'm self-employed, and that means Kinko's and sending out packages of books and CDs and different things like that. And I realized that I'd forgotten my phone charger at my friend Shane's house, and I can't get the numbers that I need for work out of my phone. But I'm not worried about it. It's fucking warm for one of the first time in months. I get on my bike and I start heading over to the east side. Not a terribly long ride, a couple miles. Sun's out, feels great. I get over there. Phone charger is not in the mailbox where they said it would be. And I start yelling up to the window, Manville white trash style, and they're not answering. And so now I can't call them because the phone's dead. Even if I can get to somebody else's house or borrow somebody else's phone, I'm dumb 21st century digital boy. I don't have the numbers memorized. They're all on the phone, so I can't even call them. And I start getting frustrated. I'm yelling, no answer. And then I kind of go overboard. And then this very semi-unforgivable, shining moment of white male American privilege, I have like a fit right there on the sidewalk. What the fuck? I can't get my numbers. What the fuck am I going to do? I can't go anywhere. I can't do it. And I'm pacing back and forth, red-faced, angry little guy, and then it sort of dawns on me how ridiculous I'm being. I could be anywhere in the world. I could be a teenager born in West Bank and who was in a school that just got bombed. I could be in Burma. I could be in South Providence with not a fucking penny to my name. I could be anywhere. So I put it all behind me and I set off to take care of what I can take care of on my bike that day. And that's where our story. That's where we're going to patch into the story. It's called Green and Thick as an Egg Yolk. So biking is about math. How much time till this light turns? How much space will I have in between traffic and that car door if it suddenly swings open? If I have multiple errands to run, is there some place I can get them done without having to ride back and forth across the city all afternoon? So I set off for Thayer Street, avoiding traffic, using back roads, skipping the biggest hills, having fun. Was smart enough to be wearing shorts. The air felt nice on my sweaty legs. The skin on my face, already tanned and used to the sun, so the mid-afternoon rays beating down feel nice rather than deadly. Cruising in and out under the shade of trees, I make a left on Angel, go down a few blocks and then cut up by the Wheeler School. There's some construction going on in a dangerous-looking corner, but no pedestrians in sight. So I head up on the sidewalk, bypass the workers, and then return to the road. I make my corner, pull off back into the lane, coast to the middle of Brook Street, then raise my left hand to signal for a turn, and suddenly hear a loud, screaming horn. Can we make a loud, screaming horn sound? Together right now on 3. Shocked as shit, almost enough to fall off my bike, I glance back, and there is this blue and white cabbie behind me making disgruntled hand gestures and looking all upset. I make eye contact, nicely, and then, following Rhode Island law for road bicycling to the letter, re-signal my turn, as if to say, I'm turning left now. And in order to do that safely, I have to be in the middle of the lane. Sorry, I'll be out of your way in just a second. I begin heading onto Meeting Street, at which point the taxi then actually attempts to speed through me. Now, there's a line of cars at the red light a block away, and it seems as if this guy's life depends on whether or not he can get his vehicle in line to wait with them before the signal turns. Like, it's his duty to get up there and wait with them. Like, not only am I just another stupid kid on a bike, and not only am I completely and utterly fucking up the program, but like, I'm actually standing in between him and some function so crucial that the absolute and immediate removal of my person is the only conceivable option. He beeps loudly, again. This time, lays on the horn for even longer, then drives right up close to my bike, putting me at risk and making a ridiculous scene. So, calmly, I turn. Because biking is about math. Quickly, I judge the distance, lead his car a little, and as it passes, hawk the largest, nastiest, mouth full of neon-congested allergy phlegm that I can possibly gather, like, fire in the hole! And there it was, a surprisingly large specimen, wet, yellowish green, and thick as an egg yolk, glorious, glistening, canvased against the clear spring sky. Arching perfectly, it landed with an audible slap across the driver's side windshield of the shiny blue cab. The main sack hit dead center and exploded immediately, sending shrapnel gobs of spit in all directions. But the back end of it curved up defiantly, and for a split second flexed in midair, then finally came down over the top like the tail of a jumping fish thrashes the surface scum of a small pond before re-entry. What I mean to say is that it was a direct hit. A once-in-a-lifetime shot, really. Like a buzzer beater from half court, or a single rebel X-Wing blowing the entire Death Star. The look of shock sweeping his stubbly, stupid face was nothing short of priceless. He had a weird little fit with his hands, and then leaned dangerously out the window like, "You're an asshole, you know that?" Wipers and cheap Windex working furiously as he sped off into the afternoon sun. I smiled deep and kept pedaling.